Hi. We are ready to go, as ready as I can be for what I'm about to do. Do you ever have a decision and you go through with it, and then immediately as you're going through with it, you think, oh god, what am I getting myself into? That's what I'm experiencing right now. Because some of these games are hard. So we'll see how this goes. But hi everyone, hope everyone's doing okay today. I am tired, I didn't sleep great last night. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Sleep deprived Sonic stream. Let's go. That's the wrong quote for that. Okay, so, I had a realization that with yesterday being the 35th anniversary of Sonic, I should probably play, for my Variety Week, something Sonic related. And so I started racking my brain trying to think of different Sonic games that I haven't played. So the options that came to my mind immediately were to do the second chance idea I've had for a bit, which would involve replaying games that I either didn't like or want to reassess for some reason. That could be a lot of Sonic games, that could be like Frontiers even, to be truthful. But my other realization was, there's a lot of the Game Gear library that I haven't played at all. Of this entire list, the only games I've actually finished are Sonic Chaos, Bad Ending, and Sonic Labyrinth, Bad Ending. Yeah, not even kidding. The two games I've actually played in this catalog are these two, and not even getting the Chaos Emeralds. The password shown on the time attack results screen was originally for a contest held in Japan and is no longer usable. Fascinating, they have to give a disclaimer for that. But, I guess I'm gonna try going in order. That we're using MVC rules here. So for those who caught those streams, I also hate these borders. Can I turn these off? Well, I guess not easily. We'll roll with them. So yeah, I'm using MVC collection rules when I tried the Fox Scroll finishes for those, where I got like immediately walled in Coda or Children of the Atom and stopped. So, and then moved on to like Marvel, like some of the other games. So same rule applies here. If I get stuck on a game, I reserve the right to, you know, move on. I'm not gonna commit to beating all of these games, because a lot of them probably suck. The one I'm actually genuinely curious in is Tails Adventure. That's like down the road. Like Sky Patrol I think is first, and that game is hell from what I gather. There's also the problem of I don't know where the Chaos Emeralds are in this game, so I'm gonna go any % for this, just partly for my sanity, to be completely honest. Oh, you can't pick up rings in this game. That is something. So, despite not having ever played this game, I actually know a decent amount about its history. So, Game Gear. You might notice that Sonic doesn't even have a nose. I do not like this sprite. I think it looks bad. However, this is not the only version of this game that exists. This came out, I think, shortly after the Genesis version. There's something stuck in my throat. I might need to clear out in a moment. Okay, is that better? That's a little bit better. So, because... What am I trying to say? Because they dropped the Genesis version and the Master System was still a thing, they did a Master System version. So for all intents and purposes, the Master System is kind of like the NES equivalent, but then in addition to that NES equivalent, you have the Game Gear, which is kind of like the Game Boy Advance is to the SNES, or the Game Boy would be to the NES, where the Game Gear is almost like a portable Master System, which is neat, but also creates a lot of problems when you go from a console game meant for like a CRT to a very tiny LCD screen. Mind you, this game actually does have the one benefit of actually being in color and also having a backlight. There's like a big ass like light tube. I guess it would be similar to like a CRT. As a backlight. It's not a good backlight, it's not very even, for example. But it's there, it exists. Which is more than the Game Boy would have until the SP, so yeah. Nintendo has always kind of cheaped out on, like, screens. This is literally a problem going all the way to Switch 2, where the response time of the Switch 2 screen is not the best, so it can be a little ghosty at times. Mind you, a lot of people can't perceive that. A lot of people can't perceive, like, 30 to 60 FPS. So for a lot of people, this is a non-issue, but the people who do notice it are really vocal about it. Oh yeah, there's like no iframes. Cool. Good to know. So yeah, I'm not guaranteeing beating this game especially, and also Sonic 2 Game Gear, because that sounds miserable. So bosses in this game don't actually give you rings. So that's problem number one. But this is like the easiest Eggman fight in the entire series. You just bash him a couple times. I actually don't know if it's this easy on Master System, but yeah, this was basically a port. Actually, I don't know which was first, Master System or Game Gear. Probably Master System, because I think the Game Gear was later. Either way, it's a downscaled port, essentially. So, it's actually got some improvements, like some little warning signs, which, mind you, serve the purpose of like, oh shit, screen crunch. You kind of need to warn your player of things. But they do have some changes that make it a little bit more easygoing to make up for the porting process. The last official one that was on both, I think, would have been Sonic Chaos. When I say I've beaten Sonic Chaos, I've actually beaten the Master System version specifically, and I'm not sure if those count the same. Like, if beating the Master System version should count for beating the Game Gear version, because of stuff like screen crunch. Yeah, this game actually does have some significant differences from what I recall. And, like, some level design tweaks too. So yeah, it's like, if I beat the Master System version, I might count it separately, just because it is mildly different. That's weird, that's swing placement, just designed to yeet you, basically. In practice, this is the farthest I've ever gotten in this game. Hi Freeze, welcome on in. The farthest I've ever gotten in this game, that was risky. Oh shit, Chaos Emerald. How do I get? Oh, shucks. Okay. Okay. Right idea, wrong execution. Got it. I also only have like 2 lives. It's fine. Also, we missed the Chaos Emerald in the first stage anyway, so it's kind of a moot point. I just want to see if I could, if anything. This is going great so far. This is going fantastic. So all these games are really short, by the way, because the Game Gear typically didn't have, like, battery backups, and you just have to put in a password. But the other problem with that is, the Game Gear's battery life is, like, an hour. It used, like, 6 AA's, I think. So, yeah, no, not exactly convenient. One of my weird core memories of this franchise is specifically an interview with, you know, actress from things like The Mean Girls, Lacey Chabert, talking about voicing, you know, everyone's favorite Sonic character, from Sonic 06, Elise. But I specifically remember her talking about having a Game Gear. And it's like, why do I remember that? That's so specific. My brain is a mystery to me. But yeah, it was a battery hog, so yeah, that's the cost of having a backlight in this era. Oh yeah, Bridgestone has an auto-scroller, I forgot. People like mashing up this song with like the opening of Full House, and that's what I always think of when I hear this song. But yeah, Master System has pros and cons. Again, better screen real estate, but you're dealing with some slightly cheaper sections because it came first, I'm pretty sure. And then Game Gear was kind of refined from that. Yeah, Bridgestone is my wall, because I never beat the boss of this area. Also, for the sake of this playthrough, I have not decided my stance on save stating, because you can save state. Part of me would consider it, but also, these games are so damn short anyway that maybe part of me would just, like, do a second run, try to do better. What I should have done is actually look up the Chaos Emeralds in this game, but actually, like, truth be told, I was kind of thinking about skipping the Triple Trouble, to be honest, so, yeah, that's why I didn't actually have any sort of resources up. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm guessing badly. If we finish a single game tonight, I'll take that as a win. Because I'm kind of not expecting to finish a single game, I'm gonna be real. Which is more of a testament to these games being annoying, versus, like, me being bad at Sonic. For the record, just these games are hard. Sonic 2 is notoriously hard. Yeah, there aren't many notable auto-scrollers in Sonic. Bridgestone is one. I think stage 29 of Front Forces is another. I always want to say the wrong game. I don't know what it is. I keep wanting to say Forces when I mean Frontiers and vice versa. I don't know why that is. I'm also realizing that doing this will just heavily pad up my game clearing for the year if I actually get through multiple games. What the hell am I looking at? I forgot about these. Bonus stage. Okay, that was weird. Cool. Forgot about that. I thought that was a chaos thing. It's like the little bouncy spring stuff. I thought that was the Sonic Chaos, like, special stage. But I guess not. Bridge. Okay, so let's see if I can defeat my white whale in this game, which is this boss. God only knows how the rest of this will go. Was it this boss? Okay, yeah, no, I see why I did not do well at this as a kid. I say as a kid, no wait, I played this as an adult. Never mind. Life does not come back, that is unfortunate. Yeah, you don't get rings for bosses in most of the Game Gear games, that's like the hardest thing about these. Do I stand away? That worked, but it was not fun. Oh shoot, okay. Yeah, it just got barely clipped. So yeah, this game is hard. But again, technically easier than Sonic 2. All I know about Sonic 2 is there's a hang glider. I don't think I even got to that as a kid. So to give a little bit more of context of my history with these games... Wow. This is kind of rough, actually, and I don't know if it's me being bad at the game. Or if it's actually this stressful. Also, it's lagging so bad, it's not even despawning the bridge proper. It's not even dropping the tiles, like it's not registering. I feel like jumping is the strat. It's just kind of angling after the jump, that's the annoying part. Yeah, like I barely jumped high enough, but if I jumped higher, I would have clipped the upper projectile. What just happened there? Okay. How many hits is this boss? Ah. Okay. This is boss number 2, this shouldn't be that stressful. Like, genuinely, why am I so stressed by this? Okay. I think I'm in a flow state. I say as I'm going to screw up. Usually I jinx myself when I talk like that. There we go, Jesus. I don't know why I struggled with that so much when I tried this game before. Hi Chibi, thank you for the head pat. Thank you for the hydration check. It is warm today. It's in the 90s. Yeah, I'm not worrying about Chaos Emeralds. I just want to beat the main playthrough. Maybe I'll do the Chaos Emeralds on my own time. I don't know, does that make sense? Like, if you beat the game without the Chaos Emeralds, should it count as a beat? This is like what I feel like Star always runs into. Like the semantics of beating a game. Okay. Cool. It'd be nice if I could see. Yeah, screen crunch is bad in this level. That is something. This is really hard to look at. This is giving Mega Man 2 flashbacks. Cutie spotted. Hi, Serena. Hope everyone's doing well today. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, I love narrow platforms. It's had its ups and downs, like Billy Hatcher. I like how we talked about being in calls for like game clearing streams, and I realized I did not join Discord. But I figured it's like... Oh, that just kills you. Cool. Neat. Love it. It's like I'm not in a routine with doing that. Hello, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Be just B85 if I'm saying that correctly. I'm just playing Sonic 1. Yippee, I agree. Oh, that just kills you, okay. Is that a game over? That's a game over, cool. I only have one continue, are you for real? This game is rude. 45, damn, that's a big number. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well today. The Game Gear Sonic games are very rude, I'm noticing this, and apparently this one's easier than Sonic 2. I think part of me is, you're very eepy, that is fair. I'm also eepy. I didn't sleep great. I had a really bad headache. I still kind of have it. I might actually try swapping the ear tips on these headbuds out, earbuds out, just because I think maybe if it's the bigger ones would push them farther away from the part of my actual, like, physical ear that's, like, bumping up against things. If that makes any sense. I word that really weirdly, I know. Different per ear, yeah. I might consider trying that. Yeah, not worried about Chaos Emeralds for now. Where the hell's the next platform? Like, genuinely, what? There's supposed to be more stuff here, right? Clearly, that's a leap of faith. Also, I want to say the screen scroll can kill you in this game. A la, like, another game that I can't remember the name of. Like, if it scrolls up a certain amount and then you fall back down, you die. Like, Kid Icarus 1. GG Sonic 2 is especially rough, but still not bad. That's fair. Again, oh my god, okay. Yeah, Master System has its perks. For sure. I don't see where to go from here. Okay, I have an idea. Hey, idea worked. Cool. Scan in. Very careful. Music's alright. Oh my god, the lag as the goal was loading in. I can tell when the goal is in every stage because of the lags, it feels like. But yeah, as a reminder, the only 2 Game Gear Sonic games I've beaten before this, and that's not even getting the Chaos Emeralds, is Chaos and Labyrinth, not even kidding. It's like, why is Sonic Labyrinth one of the only ones I've finished? Because I was bored, probably, and was like, I don't know if this game's as bad as everyone says it is. Oh, that's what that means. That's how you get continues. That's actually kind of gross. Then you can't get continues just as easily as in older games. Well, that could have gone better. But hey, continue is a continue. But yeah, I was really torn on what to stream today, because, like, again, it's Pride Month. I feel like I should do something for Pride Month, but I still have, Friday if I stream on Friday. I'm still very torn on my schedule going forward. For a couple of reasons. One reason is, this yard work on, Wednesdays where I live. So, like, sometimes around this time, they're mowing in the back of this apartment. Sometimes they're mowing in the front. Today they're mowing in the front, which means it's fine. But yeah, other days there would be loud noise at this time. So, like, Wednesday as a streaming day is actually kind of iffy. It feels like a lot of people, like a lot of my friends stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays more like consistently. To the point that I don't like competing as much, like directly. And, I mean, also, I just like watching my friends, even if I'm not an active chatter. I usually just kind of lurk, because a lot of times weirdly enough, I'm very shy. In other people's chats. I wish I was better talking in other people's chat rooms, to be honest. But I usually end up lurking. Sonic the Hedgehog, Happy Pride, yeah. Happy Pride Month. There was really cute art I reposted on Blue Sky of Amy and Blaze together. The amount of times I repost... Ow, goddammit. The amount of times I repost something and then Star immediately DMs me the thing I just reposted be like us is quite a lot, actually. It's very cute. You know what? That stage was actually easier than the first, and I don't know why. Oh yeah, Tangle and Whisper. Oh yeah, Happy Sonic Day. I guess Classic Sonic's in that game now. Crossworlds. I forgot the name of it. If the Crossworlds Festival started on a Monday, I would be streaming Crossworlds, but last they start on... or Wednesday, but last they start on Thursday, so I'm not streaming it. I only streamed the one festival primarily because Tinkle and Whisper are cute. But like, I don't really have a huge drive to stream the other one, so that's your gimmick. Interesting. Shoot, it bounced me back into the bowling ball. Also, the bridge zone boss gives you a life, and I'm wondering if this one does too. Like if there's a life just sitting around here somewhere. I don't see any indications of that. This boss usually gets stuck on... Oh joy. I'm scared. The other problem is, like, with my... Oh shoot, that's the exit. With my streaming schedule, the other problem is, like, Tuesday, Thursday afternoons kind of end up being my time to actually, like, talk to, like, Zon. God damn it, I should have held right, or just held neutral. How many zones are in this game? This is like zone 3? I want to say they're like 6, so like we're already on our like almost second continue, and we are not even halfway through, probably. So I'm not sure if we're beating this one. Trouble Trouble's your favorite, and it has an even better fan remake. My logic is I want to beat the original before I play the remake, so I have a frame of reference. You know, another game I thought about streaming today was Fallen Star, because I hear that one's really good. Like for fan, as far as fan games are concerned. Oh my god, ah! For some reason, I'm just really struggling with guessing where that's gonna be. Like, my actual hope for today is I wanted to go in order, at least give each game a fair shake on stream, and then, you know, maybe continue some of these off stream. But if I want to finish any on stream, I want it to be Triple Trouble. Don't know about with all the Chaos Emeralds, because that sounds hard. Oh my god, how many hits does this take? What happened there? I think it ate my jump, actually, because I thought I jumped when I landed. Maybe I didn't touch the ground, you know, enough to actually jump. That sucks. My other consideration for today was free riders. I'm not kidding. I genuinely thought about streaming free riders, because last year for Crossworlds I had a plan to play all the racing games. Spoiler, I did not get through them all, and I didn't even get through free riders, because I just did not get around to it for some reason. Don't know why. Just kind of did not have the drive to do it. Realistically, what happened was, given I'm really bad at keeping Wednesday streams, or like 2 streams a week, or 3 streams a week specifically, I probably just skipped out Wednesday and then lost motivation to do it. That's 3 hits, 4, 5, 6. Well, that's game over. I think we're out of continue, so well, shit. Cool. God, that's crunchy. I didn't point it out the first time, but like, oof, ow. I'm gonna look something up real quick for my peace of mind. Developed by Ancient. Yuzo Koshiro worked on this, I forgot that detail. Let's see how many zones there are. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. I forgot one of the birds is named Kaki. I'm just remembering that detail. Like, if it's a chicken, shouldn't it be Clucky? Okay, so after Bridge... okay, so that is halfway. After Jungle is Labyrinth, great. Scrap Brain and Skybase. So it's like a mix of original zones and zones from Sonic 1 proper. Given that it only took half an hour, part of me wants to give this another shot. But part of me also just wants to move on. Yeah, the game gear was a battery hog, like literally would last like an hour. There it is, cool. The fun part about Twitch's database is listing multiple instances of the same game on different releases, so god, there are a lot of games called Sonic the Hedgehog 2 in Twitch's database. That one was worse. That was, like, actively worse. And it's like, how did it get worse? Like, ow. So, compared to Sonic 1, where the 8-bit version is, like, very much inspired by the 16-bit version, Sonic 2 is kind of just its own thing, from what I recall. Like, this is completely original. And very hard, from what everyone says. This game's first boss, oh, that's a great sign. Again, oh, cool, already on the... I almost said loser path, but I think the actual colloquial term is punishment path, that I've heard at least. But yeah, like, I wasn't really expecting to beat anything up until Triple Trouble. And even Triple Trouble's a maybe. But I have beaten Chaos, so I think it's feasible. Just maybe not fun. So the plot is completely different. Tails has been kidnapped. If we don't get the Chaos Emeralds, he effing dies. So RIP Tails, we're probably not saving him. There's another game that used that same kind of aesthetic for a shot where they have like them made up in the stars. I'm just spoiling the end of the game I'm currently playing, but it's not a big deal. It's Sonic 2 Game Year. I think most people know that detail. But, yeah, I genuinely don't remember how to even get the emeralds in this game. Is it like a special stage? Are they hidden? I have no clue. But, like, if you actually think about it, like, just looking at the sprite of Sonic from game to game, this is a massive glow-up. Like, this is way closer, to my knowledge, to the Master System sprite, and it's, like, kind of ridiculous, actually, how much better this game automatically looks compared to the first game, which is so crunchy. Music's pretty bumpin' too. This looks pretty cool. I don't know if it is. Still no spin dash, that's the difference. Also, if we want to be slightly pedantic, I think this game was actually Tails' first appearance, not mainline Sonic 2. Like, I'm almost positive that this game released slightly before Sonic 2 Genesis. Oh my god, you can actually recollect rings in this game, hallelujah. God, this game feels so much louder. It's trying so hard. The soundtrack is trying its best. Like, objectively speaking, this would be like a great cover song. But just in this sound font, it's like, ow, this is not helping the headache I already had, probably. Alright, truth be told, I don't know if I ever actually got to the boss. Or I died before even getting to the boss, so I might not even know what this is. Oh, that's fun! Cute, okay. Oh, hey, wait. Oh, there's a life counter. I didn't notice a life counter when I died, so I was confused. Like, wait, how many lives do I have? Where do I... Oh my god, oh, that's weird. God, that feels weird without being able to just roll through them. This game is intriguing, but also I'm not beating this game. I can... Oh, hi. Oh, shoot, I do remember this. I remember being picked up like that. This feels like a meme format. It like holds you like this. Oh shit, this boss. Oh. Yeah, no, I don't think I ever got past this as a kid. Wow, okay, yeah, no, we're not getting past this. Yeah, I literally cannot tell you what the next zone after this is. Because I don't think I've ever seen it. Can I trick this out? Yes, cool. The lead up to the bosses also kinda sucks, to be honest. It takes a long time. You know what the funny part is? If you had an actual, like, ring, this boss wouldn't be awful. Even if you had, like, one ring, this wouldn't be terrible. But because you have no rings, this boss goes from, like, reasonable to, like, really stupid immediately. Oh, I didn't have a continue. Well, that was short. Cool. Okay, moving on. Again, I've done Chaos. We're gonna skip Drift for now. And Spinball. But I need to... God, we're going through games very quickly. I'm changing the title for the record. Alrighty, Sonic Triple Trouble. We'll see if this one goes any better. Again, technically I could go back and do Sonic Chaos, since I never got the emeralds in that one. Wait, do I have it set to Japanese? Because it's set Sonic and Tails, which is the Japanese name. So I'm very curious. Hi Knuckles, you're here now. I'm pretty sure Star wouldn't be here because of One Piece. So I can safely say, is this a mainline Sonic game if Fang the Sniper shows up later? Like, genuine question, like, would this be a mainline Sonic game? Yeah, it says Sonic and Tails 2, that's fascinating. Actually, real quick. I'm genuinely curious about that now. Options. Oh, it's probably because of this. Yeah, I want to see what that changes it. Not that it matters, it's a Game Gear game. Okay, yeah, no, that it does change it. Interesting. Cool. I mean, that's neat, I guess. Oh, you cannot skip this. Cool. Ah! I forgot. Every time. I can skip that, though. Okay. But yeah, not guaranteeing getting the emeralds, because they're like, you have to find monitors from what I gather, and I did not look them all up last night. I also don't know if there's a tangible difference between Sonic and Tails in this game. So, this is a decent sprite, actually. It's giving modern Sonic, weirdly enough, because of, like, the short quills, not to go into that whole debacle again. Not debacle, but, like, discourse. If you're surprised to know that Sonic fans discourse about the length of his quills, you have not been a Sonic fan. Or to the degree that I've seen so many fan wars, I definitely follow this franchise too closely. Not saying you're not a real fan, that I realized my wording was bad as I started saying that. What I more so mean is, like, you know, there's like tiers of Sonic fans. Like, some people get really invested in this franchise. And I definitely was very, very normal about Sonic as a kid. To the point that I probably would be, like, in the stereotype of, like, obnoxious Sonic fan as a kid, but I fell out of it. I didn't even really go on the internet back then, which is probably a good thing for everyone involved, myself included. So I doubt that would have been good for me either. Yeah, I do actually prefer Sonic with longer quills, for the record. Just, I think that's more aesthetically pleasing. But I also think it doesn't matter. What actually also stands out to me a lot is how they make Sonic a lighter shade of blue. Since, like, not Frontiers, Forces. Again, I always confuse those two for some reason. Yeah, like, for some reason, like, sometimes Sonic has really, like, Sonic's a lighter shade of blue in some games, and I actually don't really like that. I prefer when he's a little bit more of a, like, this shade, a little bit darker. Oh yeah, you have power-ups in this game, like jet shoes and, like, spring shoes. This is interesting speed-up music. Okay. Cool. I don't trust you. Oh my god, this is still pretty screen crunchy. Not as bad as some, but, you know, this I think was the first one that didn't get a Master System port at all. So it's a little less screen crunched. Oh, you can't really go back easily. Because I think I was looking up some of the Chaos Emeralds, and I think one is up there. But, I guess we're not getting it. We're definitely not getting it now. It's fine. Yeah, and then there's also Triple Trouble 16-bit, which is a fan remake. People say it's better, which I hope it would be. You know, given experience to actually clean things up in the game. Yeah, this game is, I think, more reasonable in difficulty from what I recall of what I've played of it. It's not as, like, punishingly difficult. Oh shoot, there's the power-up I was talking about. Oh, this controls. I don't know if it controls well, but it controls. Yeah, it's probably a good thing I did not get into, like, YouTube until, like, way later in my life, because I probably would have been very obnoxious, like, about Sonic. What hurt me there? Was it, like, wall crushing against the moving platform? Weird. Yeah, this game feels a lot better. Also, just game feel is a lot better, I'd say. It feels like being, like, directly made for it and not having to juggle a Game Gear port of a Master System game. It feels like it's running a lot better. So that's nice too. Cause yeah, the biggest issue with Sonic... Oh shoot, that one's easy. But I also don't have rings, so mileage may vary on actually getting it in the first place. Look at that Sonic intuition kicking in even for a Game Gear game. It's almost like a lot of the same design philosophies carry between games. Now, I have a weird take on Sonic. Getting the Chaos Emeralds actually makes the experience worse, usually. You know, to get the best ending, it actually feels like you're sabotaging your own enjoyment of the game to get the better ending, in my opinion. The reason I say this is because Sonic CD gestures at it. A problem I have with a lot of Sonic games is how methodical they feel. And especially on the first playthrough, when you don't know, one, enemy placements, and two, like giant ring locations, or like in this case, emerald box locations. You're kind of just having to brute force your way through these levels and then just kind of feel your way through. And it kind of takes away from being able to like go fast, which is definitely an issue with Sonic a lot. Oh, that's easy. What was I worried about? I thought I got stuck on this boss as a kid. I say as a kid, but again, I think more as... Well, I mean, okay. What would Gem's collection have been? If this was even... Oh god, okay, yeah, no. I remember why I don't like this fight now. Because you have to like curl up at just the right moment to deal damage and not take damage. So this game has a very specific mechanic where after jumping off a spring, you have to press the jump button again to curl up. So for the sake of demonstration. So you have that little... Oh shit, there are rings in this stage. I genuinely had no idea there were rings in this stage. And you know what? That makes this a lot more reasonable. Like, oh my god, it's actually, like, a well-designed boss fight this time. Imagine that. It's a little silly, yeah. I think it's actually a cool idea, and I feel like other Sonic games have kind of toyed with that since. It's like Advance, for example, is Amy, where she just jumps straight up by default, and you have to, like, attack manually to actually deal damage. Or not get hurt yourself. So I think in principle it's fine, it's just a little annoying when you're dealing with screen crunch and also input delay a little bit, because it is lagging a little bit. I think it's the water mostly. See, again, I didn't even need the rings that time, that was actually a reasonable boss fight. And we zoom in. Hi Knuckles, you have yellow shoes in this one. That feels unusual. Yay. Piece of cake. So, Sunset Park. This is as far as I've gotten in the game, believe it or not. I don't think I've ever seen this zone, okay. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's not so cute. I do feel like Sonic games in general have a lot of like beginner's trap kind of moments where... How are you supposed to know that's there? And yeah, Sonic games in general kind of struggle with that design philosophy of just, oh, play the stage again once you know it better. And to be fair, these games are so short that replaying them is not a big deal. But still, it can be a little grating having to just go through a stage because how was I supposed to know that was there? Like missing collectibles and stuff. Yeah, like for this game I feel like I need a map for the Chaos Emerald, same as like robot generators and CD. What happened there? Oh. The, like... thingies there, propellers, kind of messed me up there. Also, this is a unique game where you don't lose all your rings when you get hit. That's actually very refreshing. But yeah, I legit cannot tell you if there's a benefit to playing as Sonic over Tails in this game, because in some games, if you play... I think in Chaos, for example, if you play as Tails, you can't get the best ending anyway. Oh, I have 4 rings. So that's a moot point. So, I'm finding a lot of them, because I did, again, look up some of them. But I can't get here with enough rings. So, like, the problem with Sonic CD and Sonic 1 especially, where it is tied to ring count, is you basically are constantly kind of just inching forward. At least that's how I play, as someone who's not as familiar. just having to like inch forward a little bit because they're trying to not get blindsided by like a random enemy. So in terms of like design ethos, I think getting like the god, what are they called? Robot generators and time stones. That's what I'm looking for. And then the Chaos Emeralds in 1, and then a lot of the Chaos Emeralds in the Game Gear games, apparently. It's just kind of annoying, because you basically have to play so carefully. And you kind of lose out a lot of the challenge of going fast. Case in point, I pressed B, but it lagged, so it didn't count. Yeah, like fundamentally, this is still like a hell of a lot more playable than like Sonic 2 Game Gear. Cause that was like really chunky feeling. But this has a little input delay at times that is still throwing me off a bit. But it's, again, not nearly as bad. Like, this feels way more playable. This almost is more like, you know, Genesis levels of input lag. Because, like, the Genesis games have some slowdown too, unless you're playing on, like, Origins or something. Oh wow, a little stage transition, that's cute. Oh my god, what is happening? Oh no, this looks hard. Oh, I just had a realization. Yeah, this is Act 3, I kinda missed that, to be honest. Oh shit, that just goes straight into Act 3, that's what happened. That's kinda neat, actually. It's actually shockingly scary. Oh shoot. Especially, what just happened there? That's wild. I don't know what happened, because I definitely landed on the next car, but it didn't count. I think it was like the edge of the screen, so it didn't quite register. So yeah, don't do that with the edge of the screen, got it. Try to stay in the middle. I've learned my lesson. Yeah, this is like something that would be really fun in like 16:9, but not necessarily in a Game Gear aspect ratio. I have a 4:3 layout, I could have been using it this whole time, now that I think about it. But then the UI for Sonic Origins itself will be cut off. Oh, it's funny, given Sonic Origins just got announced that it's getting another physical release. As part of the Sonic Classics collection, which I swear they've used that name before. Or is it like Retro Collection or something? Oh, that just kills you, okay. I had no time to try to figure out how that boss worked before I died. So I'm starting to think we might not actually beat any games tonight, because Triple Trouble was the one I thought would be reasonable. Reasonable for me to expect that I can get through. So if I'm struggling this much on Triple Trouble, it's like not looking good that I'll be able to get through like Sonic Blast, to be honest. Yeah, the biggest thing is I didn't even have time to get my bearings with that fight before I already was dead. That was my issue there. Alright, try this again, and actually be ready this time. My other theory is the projectile moved in such a way that it hit me twice, and that's why I died instantly, because it showed me dropping a ring. Yeah, okay, it just hit me twice for some reason. Okay, yeah, no, this boss is weird, okay. Dumb question, it doesn't show your life count for boss stages, so like... Do I have lives? I've been collecting a decent amount, I think. It's just... I wish I could see my life counter. Also, this is a case of because of the movement, if you get hit once, you'll automatically lose all your rings, you can't get them back. But it's like, kind of depressing to me. Not depressing in a, you know, super serious sense, but like, it's kind of frustrating that, as much as I like Sonic, every time I try to beat a Sonic game on stream, it feels like I'm pulling teeth. Like, I just wish I had a better time beating Sonic games on stream, but then there's sort of the realization of, like, most of what I have left are either fan games that are, like, not the best, because, you know, fan games tend to skew harder, like, towards more enthusiast, you know, player bases, from my experiences at least. What do I even hit here? Is that doing any damage? I cannot actually tell. Oh. Is that it? Oh. Okay. Well, that was good timing. Ads are about to start. Okay, yeah, no, that boss was, like, weirdly conveyed. Like, it doesn't even flash. I just heard the hit sound, and that was all I could do to tell that I was actually doing damage. Now our life count is back. It's like, it's so weird. But anyway, we'll pause there, and I'm gonna get up and stretch for a bit. And rehydrate. Hi, I have returned. Hope everyone's doing well today. Again, I'm still very tired, but this has been fun, even if I'm not having the best luck actually beating these games. I mean, these are still games that are just interesting to go through. So I'm enjoying it from that standpoint at least. But let us hop back to it. Zone 3, this is a jungle. I have no clue what to expect from this point on. Because again, I don't think I've ever seen this part of Triple Trouble. Like, I don't even think this is a game I've seen a long play of or anything, or like a let's play of. Like, I've seen a little bit of Sonic 1 and 2. I don't think I've ever seen Triple Trouble in full. Like, oh, that's charming. I love being blindsided by enemies. My favorite thing in the world. It's kind of funny having a jungle zone, actually realizing that, whenever Fang shows up, I guess there has to be a jungle zone. You know what, I'm actually having the realization that the Game Gear games have very similar, like, level aesthetics. Sunset Park is actually kind of cool, but like, you know, there was already a jungle zone in Sonic 1. So yeah, it just kind of hit me. It's like, wait a minute, we're in a jungle already. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, that does work the way I was hoping it would, because that's, you know, traditional Sonic physics. But yeah, like, this is pretty elaborate for, like, Game Gear. Like, it's pretty nice, actually. This is definitely a game I can actually see myself going back and trying to 100%. Chaos is a little harder of a sell. Partly because you need 100 rings, which again, to me, feels like it would just bog down the pacing really badly. Because that's more than even, like, any other classic Sonic, because I don't think any actually has it set that high. I could have sworn I didn't lose all my rings from getting hit once, and then I'm pretty sure I did that time. Okay, is that important? Like, does it give me more score? I don't know what the signposts mean. Well, hope for the best, though. A Meta Junglera. I did not even think about the name of the zone for a moment. That's kind of interesting. Wait, why do we have 50 rings? Did we start with 50 rings? Because I just noticed that. Like, wait a minute, why do we have 50 rings with us right now? Oh, is it because of the Chaos Emerald sign? Yeah, that's probably what it is, right? Determines how many rings you start the next stage with, presumably. Okay, my intuition was correct. And it just launches me back up anyway, because that's the way forward. That's the bottom path. Kinda gross putting like a dash panel right in front of an enemy. And you can't really curl up after a dash panel very quickly in this game. One thing I am actually... Ow. One thing I am actually observing in this game is there aren't really many checkpoints. Which is kind of concerning. Like, I think I saw a checkpoint in the next area, but like beyond that, I feel like I've barely seen a checkpoint all playthrough. Yeah, it's just the issue of kind of getting blindsided by a lot of enemies, which again is arguably better than in some of the Game Gear installments, but still kind of a problem. Like, you can correct me if I'm... Ow, I fell for it again. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like this is a case of a game being, like, briefly planned for Master System. But like, for Sonic Chaos specifically, I didn't actually acknowledge, and I'm pretty sure it only came out on Master System in, like, specific parts of the world. It didn't come out in, like, the US on Master System. My brain wants to say Brazil, which would actually make sense, because I want to say Sega was decently popular in Brazil. I saw the Chaos Emerald briefly, but I have no clue how to get up there. So we shall move on for now, and I'll assess later if I want to get the Chaos Emeralds. Again, I don't know if I'd count this as like a complete, because like, you know, Backloggery as an example has the tiers of complete and beat. So like, I would count getting an ending a beat, and then a complete would be getting the Chaos Emeralds too. Oh, that's death. I feel like I'm looping. Yeah, I'm looping for sure. So that's a problem. So that means I have no clue where the way forward is. The stuff up there, which is tempting to try to explore, but how? And there's a lot of stuff up there, and again, I think the Chaos Emerald I saw, like, on top of the loop or something. Yeah, it's up there, but like, how do I get the hell up there? This game is very confusing at times, but it's interesting. Which is nice, actually. Even though it definitely feels like I'm going in circles. And maybe I fell down, I think that's what happened. Like, that was huh? Oh, I have to respin it. So yeah, I got rings that time, so what do we have on... what do we have to start with? Oh wait, it won't show because it's Act 3 anyway, so I can't engage if my theory is correct on the stage. It's genuinely weird they don't show the HUD for boss stages. That feels like an oversight. At least something that is inconvenient, at the very least. Curling up is not a thing, apparently, so that's fun. Like, you have to get a lot of momentum for that. Alright, let's see what's, next. Oh, God. Okay. It's really hard to tell what the weak point is. I think it's the head, obviously, but at least I can actually pick up the ring again, which is better than the previous level. Or like the previous boss, where it immediately went off screen. I can't tell if I'm fighting this remotely correctly or not. Never mind. That's my luck, when I'm like, I don't know if I'm doing this right, then I immediately win. But now what? Like, genuinely, what do I do now? Survive? I guess so, okay. That was confusing. The amount of fire there has me concerned of a lava level. Robotnik Winter. Wow, I could not be more wrong. Okay. Yeah, I like snow levels. Oh god, snowboarding. I'm sure this will play great. What could possibly go wrong? Okay. At least they're not that mean to you. The game doesn't hate the player that much. However, I will say, signposting would be nice. That is something modern Sonic games actually do pretty well, signpost, hits. Oh wait, no, that actually makes sense. It's tutorializing. The reason they drop you into a pit there is literally to tell you, oh hey, certain pits here have like updrafts. So I rescind that. That's actually very clever and well thought out. Okay, so I need to curl up on the... What am I doing wrong here? Why? I was just mashing B. What happened? Like, I genuinely don't know why I suddenly, like, shot forward like that. Or, like, shot up that way. I'm going backwards, aren't I? Again, this is another song that's like, this would probably be a good song in a different sound font. Like, as promised, but it's very crunchy. Yeah, pressing... Oh, shoot. Huh. Curling up immediately after spring might be what's giving me extra height. Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of what I mean by like trial and error, where it's like, I'm going slow because I'm scared. Like I'm constantly just having to stop and go because I'm so nervous about running into a pit or something. It's one of those things where it's like, I can't really like begrudge anyone for not liking Sonic. Because a lot of people get very defensive about it, and I'm like, I kinda can't. Because Sonic games really aren't for everyone. Like, the way they're inherently designed is frustrating at times, and even as a Sonic fan, I get frustrated by the design quirks of these games quite a bit. It's probably why I vibe with 3D Sonic more than 2D, is because at least in 3D you have, like, full situational awareness. Meanwhile, with a 2D Sonic game, you are still limited in your perspective to the point that you can just easily get clipped by something. Or not be able to see an obstacle coming fast enough, which just happened. Case in point. There we go. I assume that's what they want us to do, but I actually don't know, because I haven't played this stage before. Again, legit, I don't even know if I've ever seen this stage before. Did I go in a circle? This feels like where the snowboard was. I'm so lost. Remember like Sonic Chaos, I think, has a level that's like entirely based on like a tube maze? I think that's Chaos and not Triple Trouble. If it's Triple Trouble, oh god. I'm in danger. Like, the song is very busy, but in the sound font, I don't think it really flourishes. Checkpoint. It's kind of weird not having the traditional checkpoints and just having a box with an arrow on them. Oh, there's a lower path, too. Oh, okay, weird. Why'd they do that? I could see the spike up there. Can I trick this out? Cool. Like, objectively speaking, this is like such a glow up from the previous two games I played today. Chaos is also a pretty big glow up from those two. Not that's hard to be a glow up from some of them. Like, Sonic 1 is pretty rough, especially on Game Gear. I think it, you know, fares better on Master System from what I gather, even with some lacking of quality of life. Like, the signposts to signal things are nice as a quality of life change. However, you're still getting clipped by everything. By the nature of being a Game Gear game. Cool. That was actually really smooth. Again, I cannot test my theory because I keep getting the Chaos Emerald icon when I'm about to enter a boss stage, so I can't tell how many rings I would be getting from that, if any. Okay. Let's see what kind of nonsense we have to deal with this time. Again, giving you rings for the boss is like, okay, we definitely are getting more rings, because I think it's proportional. The amount you drop is proportional to how many you had. So yeah, okay, this genuinely is not my favorite thing. And again, not being able to see your ring count is actually what makes this feel way worse to me. It's like, if I could see my ring count, I would be less scared. But since I can't see it, it's like, I have no clue if I'm close to death or not. I can barely move, oh my god. I also don't know if the flames hurt me. Something hurt me. I don't know what though. Yeah, the flames hurt. Okay. This boss is lagging pretty bad. Compared to some of the others. Oh, the flame went out. I wonder if that's an indicator of how much health he has. If so, that's actually really clever. And a nice touch for a Game Gear game. Nice attention to detail. What is happening? Okay. I like braced myself because it's like, oh, am I gonna fall in the pit if I don't do this right? Please be ground. This is kind of my feeling a lot with these games. Hi, Knuckles. The plot is that Knuckles got tricked again. And now, like, Fang the Hunter, as he's now known, and Eggman, Dr. Robotnik are all after the Chaos Emeralds. Tidal Plant. Oh, it's Labyrinth Zone again. Why do so many... Well, I mean, Sonic 1 Game Gear at least is upfront about it. But like, why do so many games have Labyrinth Zone but with a different name? Because it's titled Tempest also. Oh, is that a current pushing us? Oh, hey, fun thing. This is a mechanic that shows up in Sonic, Mania, actually. I think this is the first appearance. Maybe Chaos's, but either way, it's something that primarily showed up in these games, and not the main, you know, console ones, to the point that Mania is seen to be referencing this, even though they kind of disavowed the Game Gear games in a lot of ways, up until this point. Like, I wanna say with Generations, they kinda didn't want to acknowledge the Game Gear games for some reason, so... I still have kind of mixed feelings on their inclusion in this game. In Origins Plus, I mean. Because, like, on one hand, I like that they're here. On the other hand, given that the overworld of the menu is literally based on Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles, Spinball, and 3D Blast, it's kind of weird that those games aren't included. Just the islands or menu options, but the actual games aren't here. Okay, swimmy shoes. Got it. That was less helpful than I was hoping it would be, actually. Instead you got Game Gear Spinball. Oh, joy. I don't even like regular Spinball that much. I respect it, and I think it has its charm, but it is a rough game to play. It's one of those, it's like, this is gonna sound insane probably. Sonic Spinball is like the Zelda 2 of Sonic for me. Where it's like, it's a game I respect what it's going for, but it's just really hard and frustrates me. What's that? Only remember? The other interesting note about that game is it's actually not made by Sonic Team. Or like, Sega Technical Institute. Like, I'm trying to think of actually what it would have been called at the time. Because Sonic Team was like a Dreamcast thing, I think. My point being, yeah, Traveler's Tales did 3D Blast and also Sonic R. So like, basically the question of like, is 3D Blast mainline since it's not actually made by Sonic Team? Like, that is something that could be actually discussed as a talking point. Actually, that's a really good question. How many Sonic games aren't actually made by Sega? And how many of those are considered mainline Sonic games? Alright, this should be the end, I hope. This stage went on for 4 goddamn minutes, which is pretty long for a Game Gear level. By the way, all these games, I think, are actually really short because of the Game Gear's battery life, given that none of these have, like, passwords so far. So yeah, you are expected to beat these games in the battery life of the Game Gear, which is only like an hour or 2, maybe. Oh god, that was just Act 1. It just kinda hit me, it's like, wait a minute, we still have Act 2 to go through, oh no. Spinball Genesis is also interesting because it does reference the Freedom Fighters from the show, StatAM, and the comics. So that is their one game appearance, you could argue. I still just feel like we're never gonna see them in an actual game again. Just because I don't think Sega wants to, like, provoke that, like, legal nightmare of just having to battle Ken Penders, even if they do legally own these characters. So just because they own the characters doesn't mean Ken Penders won't throw a fit over it. Am I going backwards? I can't tell. Hey, a life, I'll take it. Where the hell? Oh. Huh. God, this game's a little cryptic. It's like, I need a map for this, desperately. Cause I just genuinely feel like I'm going backwards. Yeah, no, I'm at the start. What the hell? Where am I going? This kinda just feels like worse Labyrinth. Like, more confusing Labyrinth, more aptly. It's like, I don't know if we really needed that energy in the world. I have an idea. If I can get up there, god, this is not actually easy to platform up. Cause like a mainline, it's mostly just Sega. As far as I can think, at least. 3D Blast is like the only like arguable exception you can make. And again, I'd say that's like arguable. And that's not breakable, so like where the hell am I going? Like genuinely. I don't see any path forward. Like, actively, I have no clue what I'm doing in this game at this point. The previous stages were, like, relatively manageable. This is just extremely confusing. Maybe this is something. Oh my god. Okay, made it. Nope, go back. Sonic, please. Please cooperate. Please work with me. Okay. the hell is that taking me? How do I even get up there? If at all. Ah, okay. Maybe that's the Tails path. Oh, this is cryptic. Like, is this literally just a dead end? I'm so confused. So there's this, which I guess there's a path potentially here. Okay, so yeah, it is this game and Sonic Chaos that love two sections. He looks so scared in this bubble. You'd think he'd be less scared given he can't, like, breathe underwater and everything. Oh god. Oh jeez. Made it. Oh shoot, that's a platform, I couldn't even tell. Oh yeah, and I think the underwaterness of all this is making the game lag to hell, which is not helping my ability to get through quickly. Oh hey, Chaos Emerald. I don't have enough rings for it though. God damn it. Could have at least shown it off if I had the rings for it. Okay, they weren't that mean. They at least give you a path. Oh god, where the hell am I? Did I loop? Feels like I looped somehow. Like, is this the way forward or am I going in, like, backwards? I literally can't tell. It's... Wow, okay, that sucked, because I couldn't do anything because the lag was so bad. And I didn't even have time to, like, react to that crumbling. Oh, the timer resets, that's weird. Like, the timer went down to, 0. Alright. God damn it. Again, this song's kind of a bop. Again, just would sound way better in a different sound font than a Game Gears. Yeah, I'm actually... God damn it. I was just about to say something nice about the game, please. Please stop being mean. The problem with the crumbling floors is it feels like with this much lag, it's really hard to react to anything breaking. So it just feels like you're playing Don't Touch the... like the floor is lava the entire time. Like genuinely, if it wasn't lagging this bad, I think the stage would actually be reasonable. Which, again, is why the 16-bit remake has appeal. Because reimagining the game with, like, actual, you know, working gameplay would definitely help. Yeah, if I beat this game tonight, Chaos Emeralds be damned, I might look into 16-bit to do probably, like, a quick look at some point. Hey, I learned. I'm learning. We actually have the bubble this time. The one thing I wish is that the bubble would actually give you a shield from a hit. Nah, there's spikes under there, aren't there? Again, that feels like a case being punished just for not knowing a hazard was coming up. Yeah, like I was mashing B and nothing happened because the lag. Oh my god, dry land. Water relief, and back underwater. Oh, that didn't last long. Shoot, that's gonna waste too much time. Okay. So I do know, at least, that this is the way forward. As, you know, counterintuitive as it can feel, going down and left in a Sonic game. Okay. Oh my god. I, like, was mashing B even before fully stepping on it. Oh my god. Please count. Oh, cool. We made it. That was kinda not great. But hopefully that's the worst of it. I'm desperately hoping that's the worst of it. God only knows what this boss will be, though. Oh, we're underwater for the boss fight. Oh no, hi Knuckles. Why are you here? Why do you have bombs? Why do you have like a little floaty vehicle? I'm so scared that this is on a time limit because we're underwater. Because I don't... oh. Okay. Prove me wrong. Feels like this game breaks conventions of hit counts. Like, classic Sonic games often just were very consistent with like 8 hits or like 16 hits. This game is like, I can't even keep track. It feels like a large number. Oh, that homing missile's aggressive. Oh, just moving sucks. That's my biggest issue right now. Why does it feel like Knuckles takes like 50 million hits, too? Unless I'm doing something wrong and don't realize it. But again, the ring at least is staying on screen, which is something I can give this fight over the previous one. Oh, thank goodness. And now Knuckles drowns. Yeah, I think my opinion of this game is I see the vision. Atomic Destroyer? Damn, that's badass. Hey, chat. Does anyone know how many zones are left? Because this feels kind of endgamey. The 5 zones feels kind of short, actually. Oh god. Atomic Destroyer. Alrighty. Okay, gotta curl up. Yeah, I am actually enjoying this game a decent amount. This is the last one, oh thank god. So yeah, replaying it to get all the emeralds probably wouldn't actually be that terrible. I'm debating if I would count it even if I save state. Because as much as I don't think this is unreasonable, doing it without save states I think would actually be frustrating, case in point. I'd probably need like a map of every stage if I wanted to get the Chaos Emeralds. And I think I saw them on like Sonic Retro, so that's not a problem. It's just a matter of going and, you know, getting them for every level. That's like, what, 10 levels? Because I felt like 5 zones. Park, Jungle, wait, first zone, Park, Jungle, Snow, Water. See, the problem I have is I count with my fingers a lot, and it's really hard to do that while playing a game. So yeah, 1 is turquoise, 2 is Sunset Park, 3 is jungle, 4 is snow, 5 is water, 6 is this hellhole. So, yeah, no, that's not unreasonable. I think this game is in the realm of, like, I can actually 100% this. The other $1 million question is, can you get trending with Tails? Is, like, my biggest question. Because, if that's possible, I think that would actually be a lot more reasonable. Case in point, having just a little bit more maneuverability, like with flight, would make getting to the emeralds a lot easier. If not, it's not unreasonable with Sonic, as far as, you know, 100%s go. I also don't know how that works. God damn it. I don't know how it works from the perspective of beating a level, or like getting a... Because I think there are emerald boxes in like every stage, basically. So I don't know how it works from the perspective of... Oh, I looped. The perspective of... Is it per zone, is what I'm trying to verbalize. Like, if I get the monitor in level 1, or like zone 1, act 1, and then get it in zone 1, act 2, will that count as a different emerald, or is it like superstar rules, where they're like considered the 1 emerald per zone? That's what I'm trying to say. I just am... I think my brain is shutting down. This looks very going forward, so... Try it. I was correct. Tails. So yeah, I wonder if that also indicates anything. Again, I'd have to look it up at this point, because I don't think I'm getting an answer from the game itself. Act 2. It's also interesting that I don't think you fight Robotnik until the end, which is unusual, I think. Also, Fang, I think, primarily shows up when trying to get the Chaos Emeralds, so that's probably why we haven't seen him at all. Like, from what I was reading, you get a special stage where at the end you have to fight Fang. I hope you have rings for that. Wait, the emerald's right there? What? Excuse me? But okay, I see what the gimmick is. Like, getting to it's the hard part. Getting to it's the really hard part. Okay, I see how it is. God damn it. It's not worth it. God, I cannot tell if I'm going the right way or not. Or wait, that's like remotely sensible, even. Being able to like curl out of a hit like that is actually really cool. Because a lot of times in Sonic games I die from knockback. So actually having like a way to negate a little bit of knockback is actually really nice. It was one of my biggest grievances with Roboblast 2 actually. Was I died a lot just from knockback. Okay. I had to like be very careful because I didn't trust this game to be nice to me. Oh shoot, I looped. Again, a level map would be very appreciated if I were to go after the emeralds, but again, being a casual run, it's like not the end of the world. Shoot, I did it again. Actually, wait a minute, can I just drop down? Nope. Okay, they do make you do all this over again. If you screw it up, cool. Again, if anything, this has just gotten me interested in 16-bit. Triple Trouble. I'm curious to see how they adapt it. Oh my god, yeah. I think it's partly as the scope of the game is getting bigger, it's lagging a lot more. Just to be extremely blunt about it, it's just getting... The first couple levels actually were running pretty good, but the last few have been very framey. And it is a little bit different, actually, because, like, of the way it works. God. Am I doing something wrong here? Oh, I was indeed doing something wrong there. Oh, God. I'm scared. Jeez, I see where I need to go. It's just how the hell do I get there? Not like that, okay. Okay, there's ground. And the worst part is I can't tell where there's ground or not. Okay. Ah. Hi! Hi, Twonkai, welcome on in. I'm stressed. Oh my god, I made it. Hallelujah. Again, this will be a beat if I get to the end of this. This won't be complete. Again, might go back on my own time and get the Chaos Emeralds, but that's gonna be good enough for stream. I don't know what to expect from this final boss. I know Triple Trouble 16-bit adds a bonus like Supersonic boss fight, so that's cool. I don't know what it is exactly. I remember seeing someone streaming the ending a long time ago, and that's like all I remember of it. It kind of messes with my... oh no. It messes with my sense of time. Oh, hi. Why are you here? I'm so scared. I have no clue what this boss entails. Alright. Oh. Oh, shoot. This can't be it. This feels too easy. Okay, it indeed was not it. If there's one thing I pride myself in, it's the ability to develop pattern recognition for games very quickly. I've described this before, but I kind of feel like my strong suit as someone who plays video games is like a jack of all trades. Where I can, like, make most games work, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not going to be the best at any genre in particular, but I at least can be, you know, decent at most genres. If that makes any sense. God damn it. Why does every boss take like 20 hits in this game? It says the boss merely dies. Do I have to do all this over again if there's a phase 2? God, please tell me there's a checkpoint here. Oh, thank God, there's a checkpoint. Oh, hallelujah. But I'm also on my last life, I'm pretty sure, so it doesn't really matter in the end. I'm scared. I have no clue what to expect here. Hi, Fang. Well, Sonic was 12 hits? Dang. Oh, okay, bye. Oh, hi, you're in a... Oh. This one is 10 hits? Oh my god. Why is this one easier? Okay, that can't be it. That's too easy. Alright, what nonsense do you have this time, Robotnik? Why does this song remind me of the Spider-Man Pizza song? Oh, you just jump up and hit him. Oh, I was massively overthinking. Got it. It's like, this is probably also gonna be like 10 hits, but also have like a third phase, I assume. This also feels too easy for a final boss. I mean, I have played like Mario Golf, if that counts. So yeah, I have actually played some sports. That's actually a really good question. I'm genuinely racking my brain trying to find what the answer for that would be. God damn it. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no, times 2. That's way worse. You know what? Actually, that's pretty reasonable. Does the electricity not hurt you? Well, that makes it way easier. This is actually not that bad for a final boss. In some ways, it's actually supposed to be easier than some of the other bosses we've seen. I should shut up now, apparently. I should just stop talking. Oh no. What the hell am I looking at? Yeah, no, I need to not jinx myself. This is 8 hits? Gross. Oh no. This crushes you probably, doesn't it? I don't know if he's easier to hit on the way down or up. Everything feels so delayed right now. It's ridiculous. There's so much lag right now. Like, it feels like I'm fighting the controls so hard to do anything. It's like I can barely move smoothly. I'm also very off rhythm with Robotnik. Yeah, I think hitting him... I'm not getting a hit sound too, so I'm hoping that counted. Oh, okay. I see how that is. Oh shit, that's it? Okay. Oh, he just has the emerald. That makes sense. But yeah, we got none of the other emeralds, so oopsie. Hi, Knuckles. We're helping you, even though you're messing with us the entire game. Yeah, no, that's reasonable. I think I could get the emeralds without too much friction. Yay. Now, Fang is gonna taunt us. Yeah, he had all the emeralds. We did not do good that playthrough. Oh, you don't get credits if you don't have the emeralds. Am I reading this correctly? Like, you don't get an ending if you don't have the emeralds? Well, goddammit, then it doesn't count. And I don't know if I want to play the game again right now. I mean, but hey, that works as like a practice run at least. Yeah, just the problem is I need to get a guide. Because I ain't doing this, like, without a guide. I would try to do it without save states, though, because I think that is reasonable to expect. Because this game isn't that hard. Like, compared to some, this is pretty reasonable. So yeah, mildly anticlimactic that it does not even give you, like, credits or an ending, which is different than, mainline Sonic, like console Sonic, where you actually do have the credits at least, and then at the end they tell you, hey, try again. I'm yawning. No, not even at 2 hours yet. Yeah, I'm done Labyrinth minus the Chaos Emeralds there, so I could do that again at some point. Now, if we're going by platform, every game, how do they make it worse? Like, genuinely, how do they make it worse every time? I don't understand it. I'm just gonna change it to Sonic Origins, because I don't think we're gonna be on this game very long. Alright, so I just wanted to dabble briefly for the rest of this bit of the stream. I think we'll only go 2 hours today, just because I'm very exhausted. But I at least wanted to sample Sonic Blast, because everyone says this game is not good. You got a double jump, that's cool. So the joke within the fandom is that they basically split up Sonic 3D Blast into an isometric game, which is Labyrinth, and then a pre-rendered CG game, which is Sonic Blast. I'm already noticing this loop barely functions, so that's a great start. Like, genuinely, I couldn't spin dash up the loop, I had to go around. That's not a good sign. It so far feels better, but again, the lag in Triple Trouble didn't really hit until the end. Cause, yeah, the early stages ran fine, it was just the, last, like, 2 zones that ran really bad. Like, that final boss ran so slow, it felt like it was in slow motion practically, it was not fun. But yeah, maybe off stream, if I feel like it, I'll boot up the game again and try to get the emeralds, have a more complete experience. Though I hear the special stages in Triple Trouble are actually really annoying. Like, picture Sonic Advance 1 special stages, where you have like the tornado. Except on a Game Gear, so it's running even worse. And there's also like platformy ones, I think, kind of like Sonic Chaos's. I half expected that to be a pit, knowing this game. Yeah, I'm not sure how long I want to go today, given I'm so eepy. Yeah, not planning on finishing this game. At least on the stream, maybe in my own time. Hi, Knuckles. This game looks crunchy, stale, and fried. Yeah, kinda. It's like a deep-fried Sonic V Blast. They say 10-minute time limit, but like, the timer's not on the screen, which is really yucky. I hate when games do that. Like, just an invisible time limit. So yeah, the other game I was considering if I had the time and energy would at least be to try to get through Tails Adventure. But I kind of feel like Tails Adventure could be its own stream. What the hell is that sprite of Eggman? Wow, that was easy. Again, this is a case where it's so low res, it looks like he's just flipping us off. Hey, welcome to the next level, ha 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 ha. You know, the funny part with Sonic Discourse is, like, Sonic saying welcome to the next level would have been absolutely eviscerated if Ian Flynn had written it. It would have been seen as too referential. Like, it just kinda dawned on me, it's like, you know what, that feels like something Ian Flynn would write. I'm, like, very hit or miss on his writing for the games. Some of it's actually really good, and other times it does feel a little bit too wink, wink, nudge, nudge for my liking. Like, there's a lot of things that kind of are constantly teetering between this is cute and also this is a little too on the nose, I think. You know what? Given how bad I've heard this game was, I somehow don't feel like it's that bad. The game might prove me wrong, though. It probably will prove me wrong, to be blunt. This is just Sandopolis again. I think that is something I am noticing a lot in the Game Gear games, and this is kind of the Mario problem, actually, of just reusing zone themes a lot. Maybe it's not a triple trouble thing, maybe I just noticed it because in the boss I needed more precise movement. But like, this game also feels like... to slow down, it takes a really long time to like change directions, even when like walking, it just doesn't feel like you can change direction very quickly. But again, it's one of those things where on one hand, this is not exactly a great experience, but actually, that it's running on a Game Gear at all is kind of neat. Like, obviously it's not ideal, but it is interesting to me seeing a game like this running on this hardware. In any oh wow, that's weird, going left to end the stage, that feels sacrilegious somehow. But yeah, again, might call it early today just for my spoons. I think we'll try to beat the boss, and go from there. I'm gonna do this, hopefully hit the right button, and hope Twitch actually responds to it this time. Oh, okay, what oh, hi Training to the West. Okay, oh, this boss is something. I can't tell how to dodge it, is my problem. Okay. Oh, I have no rings, and I must scream? There we go. Knock this little ponytail off. Wow, this game feels like it'll be really short unless it just throws in a curveball being absolutely awful in the last zones. Which I wouldn't actually put it past this game, to be honest. Yeah, that was fun. Again, I think we'll stop there for now. That was a nice little experience getting to play some of these. Again, we didn't even finish the first two, and we technically didn't finish Triple Trouble either. So I guess I didn't actually beat any games this stream. I thought we would at least get like credits for doing what was I saying? Does that mean Sonic is a demon of some sort? Probably. I actually don't know Journey to the West very much. I think there's something about Force Femme. But I don't remember for sure. Yeah, that was neat. Again, was kind of hoping we'd get an ending for that, but oh well. But even then, I had a good time going through those games. Happy anniversary, Sonic, even though I'm a day late. It's fine. So yeah, schedule for the week. Friday might be a stream, might not be. I have no clue what I'm doing. My schedule is extremely up in the air at this point. And yeah, just the overall take of maybe trying to mess around with a slight schedule change where I do like alternating, kind of like what Star does, and alternate like wow, my brain is too tired for this, where I alternate between playthroughs and like miscellaneous. So like next week for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, if I stay on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Oh hi! Thank you for the subscription. Damn, 9 months. That feels weird, actually. It's genuinely wild, but thank you, dear. Love you. But yeah, what was I saying? Again, next stream will be maybe Friday, I have no clue. With Monday, we'll probably be starting Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. I'm debating running a poll on if I want to just go with what Pokemon I roll versus like going with Vulpix, because Vulpix is an option in Sky. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do with that. And then Friday or Wednesday, whichever of next week, will also be more Pokemon Mystery Dungeon based on that. So yeah, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, you can follow for notifications when I go live in the future. I have a YouTube channel for posting edited down versions of streams. I have a VOD channel for an archive. A lot of things don't get edited down. It's most of the Fox Girls' favorite playthroughs I'm making like Let's Plays, because I actually know those games decently well. And I feel like I can actually like, you know, do a Let's Play style with those. I have a Blue Sky for posting updates of when, including when I go live. I have a Throne for sending me gifts, and a Ko-Fi as a tip jar, the latter two being completely optional, but any additional support is greatly appreciated. Wow, I'm low energy. I'm kind of amazed I made it this long, actually. But yeah, thank you all for watching. This was fun, even if we technically didn't finish any games this stream. Oops. But yeah, it's all good. Lots of Deltarune. A lot of Deltarune. Okay, I don't know what I expected. Spoiler. Lots of spoilery games. I don't even know what game this is. 14. I assume that's You Mad. It's definitely You Mad. Forge Up Fiesta, which I need to actually. Oh shit, that's something I could do on Friday. Is I could start my Fiesta run, because I don't know if I'll stream the whole thing, but I at least should. I feel like I should start it on the stream, so maybe that'll be Friday. We'll see. People play Blaze Blue if we're getting a new character this weekend. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Again, I don't see anyone to raid at this hour. Anyone I feel like comfortable raiding, given there's a lot of Deltarune and just general spoilery stuff. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a good rest of your evening and a good night. Take care, everyone.